Hi and welcome to this quick walkthrough of the Divi page builder for WordPress. In this short video I want to give you a walkthrough of how Divi integrates with WordPress and how easy it is to manage content and page design moving forward. And this is why we use this particular page builder for most clients at the minute, is because it is so stable, so intuitive, and it really is what they call a what you see is what you get page builder. So what you see when you're editing a page is really how it appears on the front end of the website when visitors come to see it. So this particular website I want to show you as an example is based on the Divi theme and uses the Divi page builder. So this one is grayandgreen.org. You can see there's a number of different kind of layouts here within the website, different pages like so. There's different, different combinations of functionalities and so on within the site itself. So first of all, I want to just make clear that with Divi as a theme and as a web page builder, you still get all the good features of WordPress. So if we go into our dashboard, you'll see here we have the normal WordPress dashboard. We can select what we want to see in here, and depending on the functionality and how a website is built, these options will be slightly different. But for this particular website, which is fairly basic, there are a number of options which you can customize your dashboard with. Once we have, say, a configuration, then of course we can drag and drop, reorganize things based on our own personal preferences of how we want to see the most important components for us. So it all automatically saves all that as you drag and drop. Then down the left hand side you have all the kind of stock WordPress things. If you want to write a blog post, all your posts are managed in here. You can click add new. That will take you into the standard WordPress editing area, which a lot of people are familiar with, where you enter a post title, you can enter your text and format it here. You can select what type of blog post it is. You can choose visibility, change it from draft to published, from public to password protected or private, and schedule the release of the blog posts online as well. You can create categories, you can add tags for people to be easily, or your posts to be easily searchable by people. And then you can add other functionality as well, which would just kind of expand the page down here, maybe SEO software, where you can actually take the post that you've written and edit it for better SEO. So there's different things you can do there, but the posts and pages are identical in their setup. Then you have the media library, which also forms a kind of core component of WordPress. This literally just saves every media item you upload to your website, whether it's a photograph, a video, audio, PDF, could be anything in there. Some of the items down here you'll notice are not stock WordPress. For instance, WooCommerce is an e-commerce plugin. The products tab is basically the products within the website that is built on WooCommerce. And then you have options to edit your themes, which are going to be slightly different based on whatever WordPress theme you choose. And then down at the bottom here we have things like, for instance, the Divi theme itself. So just to show you that very quickly, if you click into theme options, there's a number of different options which we configure for clients. You can add in your social links and so on. You can choose certain selections for navigation. You can enable the Divi builder, which I'll show you in a second, and you can designate whether that is enabled or disabled for pages, posts, and so on. We normally just leave it enabled for everything, and that way we have complete control. As a user, you can basically do anything with any page in that instance. So if you build your website on Divi and you're on the page itself, you'll notice the toolbar is always here at the top of the page. So if your page is built on the Divi builder, we just click Enable Visual Builder, and what that does is it overlays the page builder onto what you see here at the front end of the website. And then you'll see if you hover over certain areas now, you get these little editing options and little outlines of the components that are making up the page. So here we have a row setting, which basically looks after this entire row. And then we have the individual items or modules within that row that we can edit. So say, for instance, I'll show you how easy it is to adapt the page layout within Divi. If we wanted to add maybe a step 4 item to this list, instead of having to get a developer to do it or take time to try and custom build something, we just go up to the overall row settings here, and this little column structure designates how many columns are in the particular row. So we click that, and then we can choose out of any number of different configurations, different sizes and weightings depending on the size of the column. If we just want to add a fourth, we click this, and you'll see it just adds it into place here. Now what then maybe we would want to do, instead of having to create a new column from scratch, we may want to just duplicate items and drag and drop them. So we can duplicate, drag, drop it there, duplicate the icon, drag it up, drop it into place, and then take the text again, hit the little duplicate button, and then click, drag, and drop. And that will automatically apply the pre-designated spacing settings that we have for each of these. So you'll see here there's a little gap between the icon and the text. When we duplicated that, it didn't reset anything and make the text closer to the icon. It just reused the previous settings. So say we then want to edit this text. Well, one way to do it is to click the settings cog, and that takes you in to the actual text, and that's very similar to the WordPress editing area. You can also make this bigger, like so. You can also drag it out of the way if you want to focus on this area and just edit from over here. You can format it from in here. If you want something italic, you'll see it automatically changes on the front end over here. Say we don't want to save any of those changes, we just click out. The other way to edit the text then is actually just to go here and click in, and we can actually do a lot of the same stuff that we would want to do to text. So we can make it bold and italic and centralize it, link it, make it a block quote, change the color or whatever, the font size and so on, right from the very page itself. And then say you've made some of those changes and you want to save something, you just go down to this little purple button, and that brings you up the kind of main navigation for saving. So you can just go over to the right and click save. Or maybe if you'd like to look at how the page may look on a tablet, you can do it like this, or even a mobile device, you can do it like that. And then once you're happy with it, you click save. Again, you can change the spacing settings based on whether it's mobile, tablet, or desktop. We'll just revert to desktop for now. And then again, if you would like to change, for instance, the icon, we just click the settings cog. It brings us up the image that's being used. We click once on that, and that takes us automatically into our image library. And then we can choose any image or icon we want. We can upload a new one, just in the same way that all the stock WordPress media library is managed. Or if we've got one ready to go, we just click it and hit upload an image. That pops it into place, and then we click the green tick button, and that pushes it into the page. You'll see here that this image is slightly larger, and therefore the text has dropped down. Well, what we need to do there is we either need to make the image smaller or reduce the spacing in between the text and the image. So if I want to make the image smaller because it does seem a little bit larger than the other three, I just click into the settings, I go to design, go to sizing, and then I just reduce it, and at some stage you'll see it starts to get smaller here. There. So once we're happy with that, say there, we just let go. It automatically keeps that. We can make sure it's centralized by clicking the centralize button. It is already. Then we click the tick button, and if we're happy with that, we just click save, and automatically that will push the changes live on the website. Another great thing about Divi is that depending on spacing within different areas of your website, if you hover over, you'll see these little transparent overlays, and one says 60px. Now px just means pixels, it just is a measurement tool. If we go down here, then it has a different element, which is 54. If we wanted to make that larger or smaller on each individual element, with Divi you just click and drag like so, and it automatically adjusts everything within the page from the background image to fit. So you see we do that, and then say I want to do the same thing down here, just do it like so. Creates a bit more feeling of space, and then if I'm happy with that, I just click save, and that automatically saves everything to the site and pushes it live. Another great thing about Divi, which I love, is that once you've designed something that you're really happy with, you can actually save an entire section of the website for future use, maybe on other pages. For instance, what we have done in this site is the workshops logo block of content is saved as a library piece, which we use on other pages within the site. So what we do here is we take the overall row section. You'll see this little green outline goes all the way around the entire logos area, and then we click this little downward arrow button, and it brings us up a layout option, so we can actually save this layout for future use across the website. So say we go tester layout block. Oh, tester layout block. And then you just click save to library, and that will time in. And once that's saved, I'll show you how you can add that block to another page. So say we're on another page right now and we want to add that little block that we've just saved. Well, we go down to the actual section, again designated by the full width blue line that surrounds this whole area, and we click add new section. Now instead of doing regular, specialty or full width, we go to add from library based on the fact we've just saved that block of content to the library. That comes up, and then we click this and it will automatically add it to the website. So you'll see it's just duplicated it down the page. So of course we don't want to save that. So if we don't want to save it, we just delete the entire section and it takes it away for us. But that is basically the overview of how you use Divi's page builder to edit pretty much any area on your website. But hopefully that was of help. Please let me know if you have any questions about the Divi page builder. Like I said, this is the one that we recommend for pretty much all our clients these days, because of its ease of use, its stability and regular updates. It's always kept up to date with the latest versions of WordPress, which means that it's stable and secure, less prone to hack and so on. But meantime, thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Speak to you soon.